Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another tutorial. This one is going to be on how to create these gorgeous bouncy curls. It's a great summer hairstyle for those who have already curly hair or those who want some curls. It's a gorgeous hairstyle for any occasion. If you guys like the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, you want to make sure you saturate the hair with water. You want to make sure you thoroughly comb through the hair, saturate the top, flounce the hair around a little bit to make sure the water gets in underneath, because the top layer of hair usually creates a barrier. So you definitely want to make sure that you comb through thoroughly to get the hair saturated. Now it's time for product. You always want to make sure that you add some sort of product to your curls to keep them from frizzing while they're drying. And here I added a Sebastian taming elixir. You could also add the Shea Butter Miracle for bouncy curls. That also works fabulous. It's up to your liking, but always make sure that you give your hair some added hydration to keep your hair from frizzing once it's curled. So I'm going ahead and adding about 2 squirts of the Sebastian Taming Elixir and swishing it around in my hands and just applying it thoroughly throughout the hair. Make sure, just to get it all on the strands, to comb through also once it's applied with your hands. That way you make sure that the entire surface of the hair and underneath is coated, and you will have gorgeous bouncy curls. So here I'm taking a parting comb. Anyone will work, one like this here, or even one that just has the little tip at the end. Just something so you can get a nice clean part. That way you can start sectioning off hair. And then taking a Denman brush, I'm going to go ahead and comb my section of hair just to make sure that it's smooth. And that way once I start twisting the hair to create the curls, it's going to be nice and even. So as I'm starting to section off the hair, I'm taking smaller sections because I want smaller curls. How this works is the bigger section you take, the bigger the curls are going to be. So if you want big, nice, sun-kissed, Victoria's Secret beach wave curls, then you're going to want to make bigger sections of hair. You want to make your twists bigger, and you want to make sure that they're going in the direction that you want the hair to fall, because as you can see here, I parted the hair going to the right side of her face. Make sure that the side that you want your curls to fall on, or that you wear your natural part, is the way that you're going to be sectioning off your hair. So as I'm starting to twist the hair, I'm sorry I don't have a better angle for you guys to see, but I'm going to try to explain as clear as I can. As you're twisting the hair, you want to make sure that once you twist, you're grabbing a section of hair from underneath and adding it to the top strand and turning it over. That it's almost like cornrow braiding or braiding your hair in a French braid. You just take the piece of hair and then you just keep adding it to each strand that you're twisting over. So your top strand you're always going to add the hair to, and then you create this kind of swirl and kind of look to the hair, and once it's twisted, it's actually not going to unravel. So you can keep it as it is, or you could add curlers to it if you want more of a tighter curl. So here I've started to add some curlers to my swirls, my twists, because I want my curls to be a little tighter. And I'm starting in the middle, in the back on the middle section, because the other side has already semi-dried, and if I were to add curlers to that now, the curls would be a little bit looser than the other side. So once I'm finished with this side of the head, I'm going to go back over and give my other side a little spritz of water, and then I'm going to add the curlers to that one. That way the curls will be re-wet, and then they will dry in the same tightness and have the same bounce as the other side. You can always alternate the direction of your twists. You don't have to put them all in the same direction. However, I put mine all in the same direction going back because I wanted the curls going backwards. However, if you want more of a full result at the end, then I would suggest rotating your curls back and forth. That way, the fullness of your curls are going to be really big, and you'll have fabulous big hair. So here I'm just going back through the first curls that I started and just tightening them up a little bit, and then I re-added some water just to get them re-damp, and then now I'm going through and adding the curlers to them so I can set it under the dryer to dry. So here's the finished look once they're all twisted and the curlers are added. I like the looseness of this because the results of some being looser than the other creates more natural curls. If you want all your curls to be completely uniformed, then you would make sure that your twists are super tight. However, I wanted my curls to be a little loose and some a little bit longer than the other. That way it's more of a natural fall. So now it's time to set her under the dryer. If you don't have a dryer at home, you could always use a blow dryer, or I would suggest doing this at night and sleeping with them in. That way in the morning you can take them out and they'll be all set. Here is the finished look. They have dried, and I'm going to start removing the curlers. That way I can start separating the twists and creating my style. So as you're going through and removing your curlers, and once you start separating the curls, you might notice that some have a little bit of frizz on the end. As you're separating, it might create them to frizz a little bit, but just go through each strand or whichever ones have a little bit of frizz and just run your finger through them and just recurl them, and then they'll regain their the tackness of it. They'll become back intact. And then you could also even go through with your taming elixir just to smooth them out once for your final style. So as you can see, as I'm untwisting my twists, you can tell that some curls are longer than the others, some have more of a coil to them, some are looser, and that's the style that I was going for because I wanted more of a natural curl. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but people that do have curly hair, their curls are never the same. The coils are never the same. My hair is super curly, and as much as I wish my curls were perfect, they're not. But this is great for a person who even has curly hair. This creates more of a perfect coil to your curls that you may already have, or add some curls to the curls that don't have as much curls. Or even if you have like pin straight hair, this is a great alternative to getting curly hair instead of putting chemicals on it or putting heat to the hair. because all you're doing is just twisting your natural hair while it's damp. You don't have to sit under a dryer or apply a blow dryer to it. You could always just let them air dry overnight, or even if you just want to do them early in the morning and let them sit, you know, if you're wanting to go out at night and have some fun. It's a great style for any occasion. And this is the final look. She has been completely untwisted. Her curls, I've gone through and rearranged the curls, the ones that were frizzy. So now I'm going through with my pick and I'm just combing out the roots. That way they're not so intact to the scalp. And I'm adding some IT Haircare Instant Shine Spray to add some shine to the curls. That way they have more of a natural luster and the curls look nice and bouncy. So now I'm going through with some setting spray. This one has got to be glued, the free spray. However, I'm not spraying a lot. I'm just doing a light spritz around the hair just to keep the style, not to keep the curls crunchy. Because I want the curls to be soft and bouncy still and to regain a natural movement. And she is all finished. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope your styles come out perfect and gorgeous and you create beautiful bouncy curls. If you guys like the video, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and to follow us on Instagram at GlamQueens. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye!
Cracky.